This game, though, for me, is the demonstration that the gamers don't necessarily want, need, or like simple. Okay? They don't need easy execution, they don't need easy gameplay, they don't need immortality. And this is a message not only for Tekken that is simplifying everything. No, it's as well a message to play games like Assassin's Creed, games like Horizon. I played it, it didn't feel any difficult or anything. Like, difficulty is not necessarily a bad thing in video games. And this game is not difficult, but it's not easy at all. It's not simple, especially. It's not simple. But people likes it. People likes the neat and grit that there is in this game and all the things that you need to find in this game. They find it beautiful and it's fascinating. But it's fun. I would say, how many weapons did you try? That's the most thing with Monster Hunter. You have to find the weapon you enjoy. At least as your first weapon to your first main playthrough.
Perfection.
Once you get used to that, you know, once you get used to the weapon, you finish your main playthrough and everything with your weapon and everything. And you got used to it and you have like a decent amount of hours, so you can try to experiment. But I will say the first thing I will tell you is try out the weapons, find the one that fits you most. Because like the first time I tried Monster Hunter, this game, and it's something actually I wanted to talk about. So this game is the least user-friendly game that there is. I'm gonna move my camera over here because I'm gonna record it probably as a video. But basically, the first time you open this game and you go here and you see how much shit you can craft, like how much stuff you can carry, all the commands are very uncomfortable. It's not easy to start this game. It's not easy, especially if you start now after this is, I don't know how many entries this series has, and every time they re-release the game again and again. And it takes time, and you don't need to play optimized. Like, one thing that we have with modern gaming is that we are always super optimized with our gameplay. But it's not something that is necessary all the time, especially in a title like this. You can get to optimized levels step by step, but this game is everything but user-friendly. Like, for instance, now I just forged a new weapon and I wanna equip it. Okay, how am I gonna go equip it? I can go to equip info. Can I equip it here? No. Where do I have to go? Oh, I have to go to the tent. Where is the tent? The tent is here. And I cannot still go, so I cannot even upgrade now. And plus, after you go there, you have to go to eat, you have to carve the material, then go to pick up the quest, go to do the quest, go to do that. It's not user-friendly, it's not simple. And the commands as well are very clunky. Like, you have to use the items, which are covered now by the chat. Sorry, chat, I'll move you here. Okay, so you have to use the item. How do you use the item? I move like this, I hold L1, and I use square and circle to move. And after that, I select one, and I press square, and I use the item. Okay? You want the shortcut for the radial menu, you hold L1 and you use the arm. You want to use the item, you just tap it. Okay? Then every weapon has got its own in-deep moveset. Okay? Like Bloodborne level, someone would say as well. Which is good, it's great. That was a big thud. It's good because every weapon is gonna act like his own identity. It's gonna have his own identity, it's gonna feel like a completely different experience. But still, try them all. Like, trying them all and find the one that works for you requires time. And especially at the beginning is difficult because maybe you are like someone that comes from, especially if you play this game, you may come in from something like Dark Souls or classic RPGs. And you are one of the... Oh, thank you, Iron. Thank you. You're like used to great swords and this kind of weapon, and you come in this game and you try the great sword, Have you tried the greatsword in this game? It's let's go and check it out, because I think I can change the weapon of that. Like, I'm good, thank you. I'm basically recording a video. But if I go here, where I can, here is makeshift. I can pick up weapons, change equipment, weapon, greatsword, pump. So you're someone that always uses greatswords in video games, okay? You are like, you come from MMOs, you come from RPGs, you come from Dark Souls, and you play with your you're used to your ultra greatsword, you're used to your claymore, and you pick this. Oh, I use the greatsword, and then you try to move. And this is not the classic gameplay that you have. Like, a weapon so slow that makes you feel the heavy, the weight of his weapon this much, you don't see it. Like, if you play Elden Ring or Dark Souls and you're moving like this, there is something wrong in your loadout. And then you start to play. You know? And it's like, yeah, this is your gameplay now. Oh, no, I missed it. And it's like, yeah, maybe you're used to heavy weapon, but then you try the heavy weapon in this game. They're so different from all the other heavy weapons that you really don't want to play. Because I would not ever want to play this weapon. Because it's so slow. And then you try the weapon you said and you tried, which it was actually the dual blades. These were actually the weapon I did my first playthrough in World. This was my main weapon. And I still remember how to use this weapon quite well. And you try this, and it's like, okay, this feels better. Oh wow. Wait a second. I can dodge again. Oh wait. Yeah, I don't do as close to the same damage, but wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna attack me now. I can dodge. I can move fast. I can back a second and I'm back. This works better for me. And after you learn a bit how to use this weapon, after you learn how the weapon system works, after you get a feeling for the game, and you understand as well, even if you don't have the perfect understanding of every single enemy in this game, you understand more or less how enemy operates, and you start to read the attacks in advance, even if it's your first encounter for the game, even if they are not as readable in a Souls-like. You can start to experiment with different weapons as well, and go back to weapons that maybe you didn't enjoy much at the beginning because too slow. Like for me, for instance, because I didn't like the greatsword at the beginning because it was too slow, I went to the dual swords and dual blades, and then I said, you know what? Let me try again a heavier weapon. Let's try the switch axe, which is balance. And I started to play with the switch axe. And I find these weapons so fun now. And this weapon is very fun. The problem with this game though is that there is so much to learn that the game cannot tell you everything in tutorials, even if it does it, but you forget one thing after 5 minutes because it's gonna tell you other things in 5 minutes. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be just a too much amount of information. So the best thing you can do with this game is just go step by step, hunt, enjoy, have fun. And I know it's gonna sound counterintuitive, but probably even if everyone does partying, catches hunts in parties, the best way to learn this game is to play solo. Not all of the game, but try, like for instance, what I would say is try to do the main plot quest on your own, and then do the side quest in co-op. But then if you want to play it all in co-op, play it in co-op. But you will become a very skillful hunter once you hunt for a while on your own, so that you understand really how your weapon works and everything in your forced. There is the palico, there is a punching bag, no worries. It's gonna take the hits for you. But yeah, now And that's basically it. I think it's a fun game. It's absolutely not a game for everyone, and I'm surprised that this game has 1.5 million players as like at the same time. Guys, I really want to compare. Want to do let's talk number video about Monster Hunters, and I want to compare it with Elden Ring. Even if Elden Ring is different, Elden Ring is from a younger franchise, and as well is a way nicher game. But this game, though, for me, is the demonstration that the gamers don't necessarily need or like simple. Okay. They don't need easy execution, they don't need easy gameplay, they don't need immortality. And this is a message not only for Tekken that is simplifying everything. No, it's as well a message to play games like Assassin's Creed, games like Horizon. I played it, it didn't feel any difficult or anything. Like, difficulty is not necessarily a bad thing in video games. And this game is not difficult, but it's not easy at all. It's not simple, especially. It's not simple, but people likes it. People likes the neat and grit that there is in this game and all the things that you need to find in this game. They find it beautiful and it's fascinating. But yeah, it's exactly. You cannot figure out how to. I remember doing the tutorial, but I missed some parts and I couldn't figure out how to do it again. Lol. Yes, it is Monster Hunter, that one. You miss things and you don't know how to do things. You forget. You do a tutorial, then you don't do the things for like one session and they tell you other 25 things and you forget what the previous tutorial told you, and you're not gonna remember the thing until the end game. That's fine. There are a lot of nice channels explaining this thing. I recommend you Fextra Life. It's a great channel about RPGs, and he's doing a 10 minutes video for every single weapon, and I watched most of them today just to remember, because I didn't remember as well how to do things in this game, just to decide which weapon I'm gonna use in this playthrough, because I usually try new weapons, and I went for the longsword after I watched that video, because it looked cool, and with after a 10-minute video, I could do the stuff you saw me doing. Alright, yeah, we are here for the most boring storyline anyway that there is in gaming.